Welcome to the Frequency of Love podcast. We are Celeste and Dave, a couple who lived a love story written in the stars, wrote a book about it, and now we're here to spotlight the real love stories happening all around the world. In a time when the world focuses on what's going wrong, we're here to amplify what's going right. Honest, unfiltered conversations about how couples met and how they stay in love. Let's make love a headline again. And today we are sitting down with some absolutely favorite people in the whole entire world. And we're so excited. We've only heard snippets of their stories, so we're really excited to hear this one as well and have them tell all of you guys, because it happened as high school sweethearts. So it's a goodie. So here we have Laura and Dominic Magnifico, because you can't get a better last name than that. And they truly are magnificent. I would have too.
No, not a good joke.
Line me up. Me too.
Oh my goodness.
How did you two meet?
Tell it. Should I tell it? I'll tell it from my perspective.
Well, if I tell the story, it'll be done in 3 seconds. You tell it, it'll probably take 30 minutes. So maybe we could do it together.
Okay, we can do it together. We met in grade 10 English media class. That was, we met in grade 10 English media class. He was 1 year older than me, and I'm pretty sure you took that class as a...
I wasn't supposed to take that class, actually. When I got my schedule thing, I noticed that there was a double of the same class, went down to the guidance counselor, and he gave me a list of different classes to choose from, and he's going through them, and, I was... whatever, I don't know how old I was back then.
16.
So nothing really mattered or whatever. So I was just looking for the easy course. And until he got to English media, I was like, I can do English media. Sure, I'll do English media. Perfect. And so that's how I randomly was in that class.
I selected it on purpose, but whatever. So we met in English media class, and what can I say? I actually still remember the first thing I ever heard him say. It was very funny.
Very memorable.
It is very memorable. Hold on, I'm gonna move this a little. The class started, and I'm with my best friend, who we're still best friends to this day in that class. And they made everybody stand up and say their name.
And something they liked.
Something they liked. Yeah. So this dude in the front row with this really long curly hair. Yes, he had really long curly hair and a ponytail.
Really?
Way too much gel. It was awesome. Was the only person I remember what they said, but he said, "My name is Dominic Magnifico, and I love Jitoni." And I don't know why I remembered it, but I do remember thinking, "Oh my God!" Like that. It's like, all right, dude.
First thing that came to my head, and I just finished coming across the street where everyone would go after lunch or on break, would be a Jitoni table, and I would play there. And I think I probably just finished and came into the class and presented with this introductory thing. And so I said, okay, yeah, I love jits. There you go. Looking for the easy answer, teenager.
Plus, he loves.
Okay, for the non-Italian, like, is that an Italian food or a
game? Sorry, it's like foosball. It's foosball.
It's foosball, but yeah.
I'm so sorry. It's foosball.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember that, and then he just kept bothering me and my best friend, because she was obsessed with stickers, and it was back in the day when stickers were cool, and I was 15. And he kept getting his friend to sit behind us, like no matter what position people were in the room, he was constantly behind us, and he just kept bothering us for stickers. Like, I was just like, this guy's gotta let it up a little bit.
To be quite honest, I was there also for the view, because
Catholic school kilts. So he had to sit directly behind me for the view of standing and sitting. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Nice. Honest.
So yeah, we met there. It was fun. He continuously asked me out over and over again, and I kept saying no. I don't know why. I just refused over and over again. And then So I guess year starts in September. I finally caved in January and let him take me out, the typical teenager thing. We went to the mall for our first date.
JJ Mugs.
JJ Mugs, and had some dinner and a movie or something. And yeah, it just kind of went from there. It was.
You know what I'll say about how we first met? I'm going to say slowly. We first met slowly, like very, very slowly. We weren't in a rush to get anywhere. We were just in the moment all the time. And I don't know, we weren't in a rush. We just went really, really slow. Yeah.
Mainly.
Well, I mean, you were in grade 10, so
We
it makes
were.
sense, right?
So I would say the opposite, because usually when you're that age, everything has to happen now.
Right.
So it's kind of
right.
weird that you did this so slow.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was slow and then fast, right? Like it was.
It was a tango.
It was a tango.
It was a tango.
But yeah, we finally went out on our first date, January 26th. We actually were like official, but we had started talking because you would get my telephone number, and there were just like nights of constant talking, and we grew up.
And this is landline, right? This is
landline, honey's landline.
Cord and everything.
And he only had
I only had two telephones, but one was a little not working. So we had one telephone really, and the cord, we got like a 50-foot cord. So it was coming from the kitchen and went all the way to my bedroom. And
yeah. It was, and it would be just like nights of constant talking. And there was sometimes, because he had a younger sister who really enjoyed being on the phone, that he would walk to a payphone and talk to me in a payphone for hours. I wouldn't even know he was in the payphone sometimes, and be like, "You're at a payphone? Like, where are you even sitting? You have to stand in the." But we would just talk for hours, and it was like the first time I was able to just talk about the craziest things, like without filter, without anything, because we grew up in a very like in an area where it was, you had to be careful what you look like and what you said, and if you looked weird. And we ended up realizing we were just like two big weirdos trying to pretend we weren't in this. Right. So we talked about all sorts of crazy things. Like I think aliens came up, and the Knights Templar, and
literally anything and everything. What color what would blue taste like? Does your version of green look the same as my version of green? Like just the most random stuff. Like just like, anything and everything was fair game.
I actually remember that, thinking like, that what if what you think is blue is what I think is red? Like it was the most ridiculous things, but we just kept going, and it was that's.
So did you then start dating? Because you met in grade 10, so then were you like boyfriend, girlfriend for the rest of high school?
Yes.
And it's a Catholic high school?
Yes.
Like with uniforms and stuff? So no wonder you felt like you had to be all the same.
Yes.
Oh, yes, conformity. Yeah.
I had a kilt. That's why he liked it. And the only thing the girls can do to make themselves look different is hike that kilt up as much as you humanly possible, like spin it.
I didn't notice.
He didn't know. Oh man, it was
grow your hair. So I just need another. Sorry, like, was your hair like as long as Laura's is now? Like, was it like that almost? Like really?
Oh wow!
But not.
You had.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. It was down to past my shoulders.
So like Slash from like Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, but. Not letting the curls flow, because he has super curly hair. It was like super gelled,
right?
So like flat on top, curly at the bottom, or pulled back. It was dude, it was
a little bit different.
A little bit different.
So like, did you go to prom together and stuff?
Yeah, we went to, because he's a year older than me, so this is why he took the grade 10 class, because he thought it would be super easy. He was in grade 11. So we went to both of each other's proms or semi-formals, and for me, he's the only really boyfriend I've ever had. You had one. Well, we won't talk about her, but let's go.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Okay, I absolutely love it. So when did you guys know, like, that this was it? This is my person. we're
have
doing
two
this.
completely different versions of this.
Okay, good.
Of when we knew. It took me a long time because I was 15 years old. And I really liked him and all that jazz. And I knew it was something special. I had no idea he's my first boyfriend. But him,
It took me, I think it was about 2 weeks. And then I knew for sure. And then I think I asked her to marry me. What was it, a month into dating you? Less than a month?
it was like, I don't know, it was
2
like
months.
months. We've been together forever,
half
so
a
I don't even know. 1, 2, 3 months. It was within a few months.
Yeah.
Where we were on the phone, he got really serious, and he didn't ask me. He said, I am going to marry you one day. And
It was a declaration statement.
it was a declaration, like he knew he had.
Just letting you know. Just letting you know. We are
we
getting
are getting married one
no,
day.
just a matter of time and place and all that stuff, like details, whatever. But we're getting married. And she literally laughed
hysterically, like just couldn't stop. I'm like,
But you weren't deterred.
Because I'm like, I'm 15 years old. You're my high school sweetheart. And I was literally like, there is no way I'm going to marry my high school sweetheart. This is good. It's going to be good while it lasts. I really like you. This is super cool. But like, there's like college and university after this and all this fun stuff. There's no way I'm going to marry my high school sweetheart. So good job, buddy. I was wrong. I was very wrong.
Challenge.
So that's interesting, though, because I'm just trying to think. So, Laura, you're saying like you're like no, like you didn't, like at what point did you know? Because you're like no, this is just for now. And so when did that?
Just kept getting
change?
stronger. Like he was the only place I felt safe. He was the only person that made me laugh hysterically. We were so comfortable together. There was never any like weirdness. We did almost every single thing together. And I was just like, I think I always knew, really. I really do think I always knew, especially that first conversation that was like, I don't even know. We fell asleep on the phone and woke up and the other person's still breathing on the other end. Like I knew, but I was 15 and I'm like, there is no way. So I was always holding out like, okay, well, when high school's over, we're probably going to break up because there's the university thing that's going to happen. And like, I'm not an adult. So I think I always knew. I really do, but I didn't think I admitted it because I'm like, nobody does this. And society says nobody does this, right? And you haven't even figured out who you are yet. So who is this guy going to be in 5 years, 10 years? I don't know. So I think I always knew, really. But
same.
And then when did you admit it to yourself or admit it to Dom?
that I wanted to marry him, like that this was it.
Yeah, like when you were like
each other, we loved. Like I told him I loved him as teenagers. We were young, and I said I loved him, but I was always like, I'm very realistic. I really love you, and this is going to be a great time together. And I will when we break up. When it was always when we break up, I will never look badly on this time together. I'll always be happy that you were like my first love and all this stuff. So that was just me, but I knew I loved him. I just didn't know, can 2 15-year-olds know what they want in their 40s? Like, so, but I knew for sure I wanted to marry him in university because he just let me be.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then how the wedding, did you propose again or did you guys then just collectively decide on the wedding or?
Okay, so Dom likes to enjoy driving me crazy. So coffee, Dom's gonna get coffee. I remember being in our early 20s and being like when is this dude gonna act like after university finished? And I'm like, when is he gonna propose to me? Like he told me he was gonna marry me when we were 15, 16 years old, and like, what is going on? And I kept saying to everybody, well, apparently he's gonna wait a decade before he's ready. So like I'll be 25 before the time this guy actually proposes to me. And he, just so that I can never tell anybody that it took him a decade to propose to me, he proposed 1 month before the decade.
Clearly
So
within
it was
years.
not a decade. On a technicality, he got off on a technicality because it was 9 years and literally 11 months
of dating.
of dating that he proposed to me. So I can never say it took him a decade.
See, and that's what I mean by we took our time. We took our time.
Yeah, we did. We took our time. So yeah, it was that, and then we were married within 6 months. We got married fast. We decided it's a whole bunch of things. We were gonna do a big wedding, and then things started falling through, and we are oddballs. So we were one of the first people that were like, I want to get married on a beach. And I was like, let's get married on a beach.
Why not?
And then we're like, well, July looks good. And it was like, he had proposed on Christmas Day, Christmas morning.
Oh, nice.
This morning.
So then, yeah, we got married on a beach. The proposal was funny. That was a funny story. I yelled at him.
It's awesome how it's like the opposite of the beach, right?
It is the opposite of the beach.
Well, my plan was to bring her to the park. We had this great big park and great big open areas, and there was tons of snow on the ground. And I said, okay, we're gonna make a snowman, and I'm gonna somehow put the ring on the snowman, and it's gonna be perfect. She's gonna cry, and everything's gonna be great. Well, woke up that morning to a light drizzle, which killed most of the snow, but there was still some snow. There was still some. It was more slushy, but still snow, right? So we get to the park and we rolled up. She goes, I said, let's make a snowman. She's like, oh,
Where?
Where are you gonna see this? Where do you see snow? But anyhow, I was really insistent. I'm like, no, there's snow over here. There's snow over here. So we just gathered all the snow we could and made a little snowman. Found sticks, the eyes. Actually, I had the hat, the nose and the gloves and all that already ready to go. Dressed the snowman, and I distracted her and I put the ring under his hat, under the snowman's hat. And so she flipped around, and now I said, I want to take a picture with you. I want to take a picture of you and the snowman. And so I kept getting her to put her arm around the snowman, and I wanted her to like get the ring or just look at the hat or adjust the hat. I forgot, what did I say? Something
you were like, the hat doesn't look right. He kept
something about the hat.
He kept saying the hat doesn't look. So in that day and age, I was a professional photographer, and I was like, cool, he's gonna photograph me in this thing, a flip phone weird thing. So I am like, I have to make everything perfect. So he's like, the hat doesn't look right. So I'm going to it, and I'm very gently like tweaking the hat, and then I'm like standing there at the snowman like this, and he's like, it's
not right. It's not
and I was
right.
like,
It's not right.
okay, and it's freezing, and I hate the cold, and I'm like, okay, and then he did it like 4 times where I literally was just like, take the picture, like I'm like, gosh.
She gets upset.
I was like, take the picture. I did the picture. His hat is fine, and I'm smashing his hat, and I'm like, oh my God, there's something under the hat. So I'm like, oh my God. So I went and I was like, oh my God, I'm in the middle of screaming at him because I just wanted to take the picture so we can go home. And I'm like, there's something under the hat. So I start picking up the hat. I see this ring box. I turn around. He's on his knees. I am like, of course, freaking out. I tackled him.
He literally just
tackled him.
Just tackled me.
We're in the snow. And then we started driving back home, and I'm screaming out the window that I'm engaged. Everybody thought we were weird. I'm like, I'm engaged. But our whole proposal went with snowman with no snow and me screaming at him.
The thing is, knowing you two, it actually like, it's the perfect, like both of you. I'm like, I can see you got an idea. The snow didn't cooperate.
Execute idea.
Like, oh. And then under the hat, she'll totally know how to pick up that hat.
Of course.
Like I'm picturing the wheels turning. I can totally picturing it. And like, it's so you guys, I love it. That's an awesome story.
Well, that's our proposal story.
That's our proposal.
And what beach did you guys get married at?
The Dominican Republic. So when we do something, it's a full-on event where all emotions will intertwine in together. It'll be the happiest, craziest, most ridiculous time. So what could have gone wrong on that trip, 1000% went wrong on that trip, but we have stories to tell. So the wedding was amazing. I have a photo. I'll show you guys. Here, I'll show you the photo before I tell you all the disaster of our wedding, which was amazing. Look at how cute we were. So young.
So cute. So good.
Yeah. Well, we booked a resort thinking it was like a 5-star or 4.5-star from Canada, brought down. There was like 30 of us. My best friend came, her mom came. It was very funny because we got married. The bestie that her name is Sonia. She was in the English media class with me. So she was with us the whole ride. Like she was there from the beginning. She was the one that was messing with him with the stickers. And she was our maid of honor, her and my sister. Her and her husband now got married 6 days before us in Canada.
Okay.
And we were in their bridal party the night of their wedding, did the entire wedding, partied all night long, had our bags at the door. And when the party was over, we took our luggages in our outfits and went directly to the airport to go get married.
That's cool.
And it was their honeymoon. So their honeymoon was our wedding.
That's cool. That's cool.
So that was really cool. But everything went wrong. We booked a 5-star hotel. When we got there, the sign had 3 stars. And we're like, what is happening? The food was horrible. Everybody got sick. Everybody got sick. We called it the Dominican diet.
Yep.
Oh, no.
We were all ill. It was not fun, except for me. Luckily,
I was okay, actually.
You were okay. My sister, I love her. She brought, every time she goes and travels, she always makes sure everybody was okay. And her daughters were there with survival food. She brought Nutella and toast bread. So I was allowed to have some of her stash of Nutella and toast bread for the couple days before the wedding so that I didn't get sick, because everybody was sick. Like, we didn't even see my brother. We would see him, he would say hi to us at the pool, and then he'd be like, hi everybody, and bye everybody, and walk away, and he was gone. I don't know how he survived our actual wedding day, but he did. Remy. Dr. Remy. My dad is a big partier, and we love him. And unbeknownst to anybody, on the way at the airport, he had an empty luggage that he brought with him, like the carry-ons. And he went to the duty free and he bought as much bottles of Remy Martin that he possibly could to fill up that thing. And nobody knew he did it. It was just, he was going to bring it out on the wedding day. And Dr. Remy cured everybody. We were all smashed for the actual ceremony, but nobody was sick. My brother survived the entire ceremony, although he was extremely happy. Very happy. But we all survived the wedding. So many little things had gone wrong. Our wedding cake was melting on the table. It looked toxic. We were laughing so much as we were cutting it.
The soup.
Oh my God.
It was like a super type.
I was allergic to shellfish at that time. I'm no longer. I don't know how that works. But anyways, I was allergic to shellfish, and I told them about 700 times that I was allergic to shellfish. No shellfish, no shellfish, no shellfish. And we go to sit down for our meal, and there's soup. And we're all like, ee. And Dom luckily put the soup to his mouth first. As I'm doing it, it got into his mouth first.
And I just like slapped the spoon right out of her hand, because she literally was going like this. And it was just the reaction. It was just like, she's like, what did you do?
He's like, lobster! It's lobster! So almost had an allergic reaction on the wedding. Didn't. Props. Yeah.
They stole our music, our speaker. There was a speaker set up. We were allowed, long story short, we were allowed to have this speaker, and it was going to be there, no problem. And next thing you know, just moments before the ceremony was going to start, they took the speaker away. Oh, or they take the CD too. They took the speaker and all of our music, all of the CDs, our first dance, everything. At this point, so many things had gone wrong that we decided to tag team like we do normally. And I went in like a raving lunatic because they almost killed me.
There was all these things that happened during the week. Everybody's sick. Now I can't even do my first dance because you stole everything. And so I went up to the front counter and nobody wanted to talk to us. And at this point, they were like, "We're really busy." I'm like, I
We're
don't
fully
care.
dressed.
I'm fully dressed in my wedding dress.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
there's all these people lined up and they wouldn't listen to us. They wouldn't talk to us. They were like, I don't know where it went. I'm like, call somebody, find out who took that thing. They wouldn't do it. So I was like, okay. And I looked at him, I was like, challenge, accept. Want to see them move? I turned around, faced the
Because a busload of people just came in.
humans that had just arrived, faced them in the middle of the front, and I was like, attention, everyone. If you would like to be sick for your entire vacation and you would like to lose your mind, blah, 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 stay here. If not, my suggestion would be turn around, get into a cab, and find a different hotel. Look what it has taken us. I'm like, I'm in my wedding dress, and these guys won't help me. In the middle of my speech, the radio and every single one of my CDs arrived.
Disappeared.
Really?
Magic.
Amazing.
But now we have great stories. It was fun. It was fun.
Ew, that's crazy.
This is our life. A beautiful disaster.
Absolutely.
Well, it is a fabulous story. Maybe you'll have to renew one day and then that one will go smoothly.
Oh, we have
Renew.
been we have been married.
So that's got a thing for that.
Yeah.
3 times.
3 times. I don't know if it's legal to say this.
Oh.
I don't know if it's legal to say this. I'm teasing.
We got married in the Dominican, and then all our families are all Catholic and everything. And my mom convinced me to do we were going to have a party when we got back with everybody that couldn't attend. And my mom convinced me that we should, because his grandparents were both alive, out of respect, we should go to the church and have a blessing. And I was like, absolutely, 100%, we should go to this church and have a blessing.
Sure.
That's a great idea. We were duped. It was not a blessing. It was a full-on Catholic ceremony with signing. Me and him were just like, I thought this was like 10 minutes.
Looking at each other going,
like,
what's going
what's
on?
happening? Like, they're like, say your vows. I'm like, what is going on? And then when they were like, okay, now we can do the rings. Okay, let's put the ring on her. And I'm like,
it's here. It's
we're handing each other the rings so that we could. So that was that. And then we got married in Costa Rica as well. 3 weddings.
Okay.
What?
Longer
Recently?
story.
Like
Longer story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, longer story, but like a couple years ago.
Well, I will say there's an episode that's coming out. I think it's next week. They got married in the Dominican Republic. Apparently it also wasn't valid. Had to get remarried again in Canada as well.
No,
so
all
like
3 of the weddings were valid, by the way. 3 valid weddings.
They've been married 3 times and none of them are valid.
We just figured we're gonna get married in every country we possibly can.
There you go.
It would be fun.
Why not?
Might as well. What is one quality you loved at the very start that you still adore in each other today?
For me, I'm gonna have to say the fact that he can make me laugh hysterically constantly. Like, we definitely don't do life serious. It was actually one of his vows that he vowed at our wedding. He vowed to make me laugh every single day, and he has not disappointed.
Every single day.
So yeah, it was definitely laughter.
She thinks I didn't give this any thought, but apparently her empathy and her kind-heartedness. She has this way of really understanding and making you know that she feels what you're feeling. And no matter how silly it is, no matter how outrageous or whatever it is, you have this way of making me feel heard and loved. And the kindness, or being kind, like, if you have something to say to somebody you have two ways to do it, right? You can do it kindly or you can do it nicely. And she does do it nicely, but I'm gonna say more kindly. What I'm trying to say is that she will say it the way it is. She'll tell you what needs to be heard in a loving way without making you feel more down. And it's really nice. It's really nice. I really love it.
Aw.
Yeah.
Aw.
I can attest. I think what you're even saying, Dominic, is she has a way in how she delivers it with, like, in a way, it's an undertone of love.
Absolutely.
Right? Like,
When it's harsh?
I know what you're saying. No, that's the thing. It doesn't come across like that. It comes across empathetic and heard and seen.
And my butt. It did it. What do I love about it? His rock hard ab.
Nice.
They're real nice.
He ages like a fine wine.
You do, though.
I love it.
Also, it sounds like you're a man of your word, too. You said you'd make her laugh every day. You said you'd marry her.
At least once.
Right?
At least once a day. Absolutely.
Even when I want to kill him, he's making me laugh. Wonderful.
So, and maybe that's part of it. What keeps you both in love after all this time?
Laughter. Not taking life too seriously. Hearing each other. And like just being each other's partner in crime. Like we have gone through so many downs, so many traumas. Both of our dads passing away when we were younger, just so many things. We're a team. We're in love because we're a team. I think and we understand each other and we don't judge each other. And we will also call each other we'll call each other
but
out.
with kindness.
Sorry?
I said, but with kindness.
With kindness.
With kindness.
Yes, because that's the way to do it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And the fact that we've been together for so long. We've been through so many versions of ourselves. Like there's been at least 5 versions of Laura. My short red hair version was fun. Yeah. That was fun. But we've been through so many versions of each other. And most couples would like change and then grow apart. But somehow every single time we changed, we grew more in line with each other. We grew more into the same path. Every time one of us veered off and was like, this is now my interest, or this is where I want to go in life, the other always went with them because you're like, I was just thinking that. Like, I was like, oh, I wanted to do that too. Sweet. And it was just this weaving of each iteration of ourselves that every single time we changed, we just grew closer and closer.
And I was going to say, like, knowing each other, but still having that, like, 1%, that 1% mystery, or maybe it's the fact that we keep growing and evolving to our next levels or whatever that keeps a little bit of mystery, a little bit of what I'm trying to say is if you know everything about your partner, if you know every single thing they're going to say, they're going to think, they're going to do, and it just kind of gets boring and stale. And there's a comfort in knowing it and having that safety and all that. But also you need that little bit of a 1% or whatever to just keep it a little spicy, just to keep a little bit of do something that they would never think that you would have done, like theater.
Yeah.
And just to, change things up a bit. Yeah.
That's what do it, Jeff, because we find, because ours was like the total opposite, because we met and it was like quick. And so when we talk, sometimes it's like, I had no idea that you did that. Do you ever have those moments after all the years been together? I'm like, I didn't know you did that. Or I didn't know you.
Yeah, there was been
some
moments.
whatever.
There's been some moments. Yeah. Like the first time he heard me sing was like only like 4 years ago. And I didn't know, and he didn't know that we could sing, but cheers, it happened. And it was like, whoa, that was crazy. There's always been these like things where one of us will just kind of try something completely crazy and shock the other person. Like there's always something that you're like, oh, that's cool. Really? Like, yeah.
I love
Nice.
that. I love it, guys. Because it's like, in a way, the growing is you're going into new people. So then you're also surprising each other. And then you're like, oh, that's cool. Didn't know that. I didn't know that either. Like,
Yeah, so you didn't
Yeah.
ear ring? Yes, I did.
yeah.
Love it.
So, what is one positive quality that you see in your partner that you wish they could see within themselves? You see it in them, but they don't necessarily see it in themselves, but you wish that they could.
You want to go? I'll go. You go.
I'll go.
Okay.
Gonna say your physical beauty. You really have no idea how beautiful you are. You have no idea. You may get little glimpses or what have you, but you have no idea. No idea. And your kindness and the kindness. People say it like as if it's nothing nowadays or whatever. Like kindness is just kindness, but it's a huge thing. It's not just, there's that saying where it's not just how you do it, but it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And that's it. I like that. Yeah.
For me, the one thing I wish he could actually see in himself is how much he affects everybody around him and how much he's capable of. I feel like you doubt yourself quite a bit and you're always down on yourself and you just don't see how truly magical and special you are and how much you can do and achieve and be and all the things we've done and the strength and the resilience and all of that. Yeah, you don't see that. I wish you did.
Thank you.
And I would say I see what's beautiful is what you've just seen in each other is something I have noticed in both of you, like what the others recognize. So I would like to second it as well. And I think too, Dom, just even the way you talk, sometimes like you're so sincere. Like I can, every time you speak, everything you say, you truly mean, and there's a sincerity in it.
I don't say anything that I don't mean. I just like, we got to a point now where it's just like, there's no, not that there's no time, but there's no time for that type of stuff. Like, let's just
cut to the
chase, be plain Jane.
There's no time.
And the truth, but with kindness, right? Yeah.
Yeah. You are beautiful, honey.
Aww.
What would you guys say is your best tip for keeping love strong and connected over years?
You have to lose your mind every once in a while and just jump completely out of your comfort zone and do something that scares you and do it together. That and communication, tons of communication. I'm the talker, you could probably tell, so I can talk your ear off like crazy, but it's important to get it all out. And sometimes you have to say the hard things. You have to say the hard things. And as long as the other person knows your heart's in the right place and you're not seeing it like meanly, but you're being blunt. He has said a few times that I should get a shirt that says you should sign this shirt if Laura is going to open her mouth in front of you, because sometimes I get very blunt. It may be in a kind way, but sometimes people don't want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
But a lot of talking and just like jump and try new things. Like we have uprooted and completely blew up our lives multiple times. And every single time on that edge of the cliff, as we're about to just jump and dive, there's such an excitement. And knowing I have somebody beside me to be like, let's jump off this cliff together. Let's go do this crazy thing. The entire world's screaming at us that we're wrong. We don't care. We're doing it anyways. So it's try new things and don't get stuck in the mundane routine. Yeah.
Little things too, like little love notes or I'll put a little note on her coffee or her workstation where her computer is, just to let her know that I love her. Smiles, little smiles at the right time.
Making my coffee in the morning. I love that. I love
Holding hands,
Ah.
holding hands, being patient with one another. And that's another one that gets swept under the rug a lot of the times. Like what you're like just to be able to tolerate the other, not to tolerate the other person, but like to be patient and understand the other person and know that.
Yeah. Patient understanding and allow them the ability to just be and grow and do things and just support them, even if you think what they're doing is complete insanity. Cheerleader. I got pom-poms.
Yeah.
I'll cheerlead. But yeah.
Totally agree. Totally agree with it all.
And
it's weird that it seems also so.
Oh, sorry, go.
No, I was just going to say, it seems like what you've said also is so simple. And yet, you know what I mean? I think we take even that for granted, that it's really in these simple little things that we do for one another in partnership.
And in the hard times, like that's when you actually know the strength of your relationship, the strength of your character, the strength of yourself and everything is those hard times when life is falling apart, you've lost it, things like that. Like we're not gonna lie. Hey, it's 20 years married this year. 30 years together.
Almost 30 years.
Almost 30 years.
Look at that one.
Sorry, what was I now I got distracted because I'm like, what are you gonna do for me for my 20th? We should get married on our 20th wedding anniversary. But I've lost my train of thought. I don't even know what we were talking about. Now I want to get married again. Let's do it. No, it's the hard parts. The hard parts. It's those. It was never easy. This wasn't like we just held hands and skipped into the rainbows and butterflies and unicorns. Life was hard and it was messy. And I am a spicy Sicilian person and I rage. And he understands that. We have had epic fights, but that's when we learn the most. Like there has been moments where like looking at him and being like, did I just break our relationship? And he's like, yes, you did. And this is how we work. Cause now it's broke to the point that now something new could grow. And every single time in those breakings, some new evolution of what we were together or who we are as people came out. So it's not easy. And so I would probably recommend to anybody, I love the sun setting behind you guys. I'd recommend to anybody, like, it's not just you find your soulmate and you skip along for the rest of your life. You got to be in the dirt sometimes and be willing to be okay with that. Does that make sense? I don't know. I was like,
oh yeah.
No, 100%. Like just because it's hard, it doesn't mean it's over. Like it just means that's where you're at. It just means that this is a hard time, but it also is the contrast for then when the good happens, for you to feel how good the good is, right? Like we need that in life. And it also, if we don't have the hard, it means that we're not growing as individuals and as a couple. And what's the point?
What's the point? Exactly. I love that. 100%.
I'm with you. So do you guys have any advice to give for someone that's looking to call in their soulmate?
Stop looking. Sometimes it's right in front of you. I love it. Hi, he's raising his hand. Stop looking. Sometimes it's right in front of you. And stop trying to make it something that's socially acceptable or done in a way that it's supposed to. Or for example, for us, it's like, you're not supposed to marry your first partner. You're not supposed to not have any other partners in life. You're not supposed to. And that was my blocker for, and the end of the day, he was right in front of me the whole time. And getting right with what you're looking for as well. Like, what is it that makes you happy? Not what's socially acceptable. Because we were two complete weirdos and possibly not as socially acceptable as we could have been. But
Oh, for sure not.
yeah, stop trying to fit into a box. That would be me.
Yeah.
You?
Maybe like knowing yourself first, knowing what makes you tick, knowing what pisses you off, knowing what your triggers are, and working on those a little bit before you go and sort of take it to the next level. Otherwise, if you haven't worked on things or even just looked at or just know yourself that little bit, once that other person comes into your life, well, now it gets sort of gets compounded, and other issues and other things come up that would keep you from looking at yourself and the everyday life and just et cetera. And then, not that you have to fix yourself and be perfect and all this stuff. That's not what I mean at all. I mean just to know what it is and understand yourself a little bit. Only then would you know exactly what you do want or what you do need. And then you could be sort of very specific in looking for that person, right? Because once that other person comes into your life, it's not like, well, it's not, once that other person comes into your life, new things are brought to light and new issues and new things that, well, you want to work on or what have you. So just to make it easier, know yourself a little bit before you go to the next level. If you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean.
I do. It's just, I feel in today's world, that's a very big ask for some reason. It shouldn't be.
And this is just
not too many people
because
yeah,
we didn't do that either, right? I didn't know myself and all this stuff, but that's what I would say.
Oh, totally.
Today. That's what I would say today. Instead of checking out, like if you're with someone and something comes up and like an issue comes up or a problem or what have you, instead of checking out, like saying this relationship's not working, maybe just check in and see what is actually going on, right? What is the lesson to be learned there? But in the end, it all works out anyways.
Yeah.
As it should.
As it should.
In today's world, too, there's so much, like you're bombarded by comparison and thinking you should be wanting whatever you're watching or whatever they're telling you should want. So in a way, you're just almost like, just take a step back, figure that out for yourself first, 100%. And don't think you're going for the thing because you've been told it's something you should want. If you can just take a moment for yourself to know that first, then you can also bring in the right partnership.
Yeah,
exactly.
For that. No, I get what you're saying.
Love it.
Oh.
Love it.
Well, this has been lovely, guys. This has been lovely. I mean, I think not all high school marriages get to last. And I think it's beautiful that you guys have not just made it last, but evolved into something so strong and so beautiful. And so, like, you together are so dynamic and so powerful. And like I feel really honored to be in your orbit and knowing the two of you and watching how dedicated you guys are to each other and to everything that you've just also shared in all your answers about living life and going for it and trying new things and evolving as people and then meeting each other as you do that. And you're the perfect example is that you can do that at all the stages of your life. And it's really beautiful.
And have fun. Don't take life so seriously.
And be playful. Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Playfulness.
It's the funny comment where we're like, you know what? This is hilarious. Like, we will make funny comments to each other all the time. And then we're like, this is so cute. Like, I feel like a teenager. Yeah. Don't take life so seriously. It's not that
serious. It's messy. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Celeste had a big hang up at our wedding. She didn't like our wedding because it didn't kind of go as planned. I'm like, it was awesome. What the hell? Like,
ours completely, like, dude, they almost killed me.
Yeah,
and we were
like that's what I'm hearing.
Now we have the best stories. Like, I'm like, God, we have stories for days. Like, every day was another nightmare. I was like, it might not be perfect, but we've got stories.
You guys have a lifetime of stories.
Yeah.
You
We really do.
And
Oh.
what better way to live?
Love
Well,
that.
I absolutely love your guys' love story.
Aw.
I love you guys.
And we love you guys.
We love you guys. We are so honored and grateful we met you guys. Like, wow, you guys are both of you equally amazing. And together you are absolutely dynamic. And I cannot wait to see where life takes us in these next coming years.